Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, please now, can you hear clearly in the back? Okay. Please read chapter 3, verse number 1. Ashtavakra uvacha avinashinamaatmanam ekam vijñāya tattvataḥ tavatmajñānasya dhīrasya kathamartharjane ratihi atma jnanadaho pritihi vishaya brahmagochare shukterajñanato lobhah yatha rajata vibhrame vishvam sphurati yatredam taranga iva sagare sohamasmiti vijñāya kim dina iva dhavasi. Very nice. As I have been talking, sharing with you, this book is the ultimate. The teacher has revealed the truth in the first chapter, and the second chapter, what is that? That fan completely stopped down. Okay, you want it. Okay, I'm going to. All right. See the channel. Okay. So think of it. That yes. The first chapter, the teacher has completely revealed the truth as to what exactly it's all about. It is just not enough that the teacher teaches. The student should comprehend. There is no fun the teacher being wise and the student always otherwise. And when does the student become wise? When does the student become as adept as the teacher? When the student sees what the teacher sees. Oh, is it only true in the Brahma Vidya in absolute knowledge? No. It is also true in the ordinary objective knowledge. You go to your physics professor. Your physics professor is a Nobel laureate physicist. That doesn't mean anything until you learn physics for yourself. You cannot just go on telling my professor is a Nobel laureate. So what can I do? My father was the governor. What about you? Oh, he was controlling thousands of people. I am also controlling thousands of people. How? I am the chief traffic constable. Hey, it's not that the traffic constable job is bad. It's not like that. What happens? You want to, there is no question of your telling my father is like that, my tradition is great, my teacher is wonderful, I come from a wonderful tradition. So what? Looking at you, nobody will believe that you come from such a heritage. So the most important thing is to see what the teacher sees. And a great teacher is one who helps the other individual to see it as it is. Because please see the beauty in this knowledge. If I am a physics professor, I may or may not be able to teach you physics. Because you and physics are two different things. Depends on your sharpness, depends on your interest. Then only I can teach. And same thing also, but teacher to teach, also sometimes he may be little down and out because poor things, just he was coming to teach the classes and there is an accident in the road. Law of physics, two things could not be simultaneously in the same place. So they made an accident. But when he comes back, he's so shaken, so much shaken up that he said, first class holiday. Why? Because now that the students have not come, the professor has not come. How come the professor has not come? He has come. The body has come, but the professor's mind is not there. Inside that, accident victim is sitting down. Professor is hidden. therefore he can't talk. That possibility is there. Are you getting that point, please? Whereas in case of this subject, the teacher is what he is teaching. The student is what he is learning. So it is so beautiful. Already it is there. That please understand the beauty and grace, elegance of this knowledge. Because what the teacher is teaching, he is that. What he teaches and who he is are not two different things. That is why you don't have to contemplate, think about it, take some notes, then come and those people who do that, they don't understand themselves. I am not trying to show off. Just now I am coming after 2.5 hours with some friend. Because a long time after he has come, 2 hours we are talking, 10, 15. I didn't have breakfast, so I had a little food and come. So now, will my mind say, oh, I am going there, what am I going to talk? Hey, what am I going to talk? Anytime, anywhere, any place, it is about myself. Same thing, students, when they understand a little bit of it, eternally they are enjoying, because whatever time they are listening, they are only going to listen about themselves. So there is no interference of any kind, because the teacher is the one. There is no dichotomy, there is no difference between what he is, who he is, and what he teaches. In physics class, the physics teacher is not physics. The mathematics teacher is not mathematics. The history teacher is not history. They have to keep themselves well informed about the latest developments in the field. If they do not, they become obsolete. That is what my friends asked me. You are teaching there, why don't you come back to university and also teach? I said, teaching is same, but what we are teaching and what you are teaching, there is a naturally difference. Because suppose you are teaching in English department, what you teach and who you are, two different things. If you don't keep yourself well informed about the latest development, it will be useless. And you have to think about it, you have to prepare what you are going to teach. You may not prepare with the same thing you have been teaching for a long time, but still you have to keep yourself well informed. Whereas in case of this knowledge, who I am and what I am sharing is one and the same thing. Therefore, I don't have to prepare. I have to look at myself and go on talking. And why is it easier to communicate? Because the students are also, there is no question of their not understanding it, because it is themselves. See the beauty. First, see the simplicity of this knowledge, because you are the truth. Who you are is something non-negotiable, eternally present as it is. What you have is going on changing. You have a thought, you can't have it all the time. You have a physical body, the body will not remain the same all the time. However much you try, I am 60 or young, 80 or young, the body has gone. You can do buttocks and all that, they do that engineering, medicine, all this tightening, removing, adding. You can do that here, but your pancreas and your livers are 8-year-old. Your heart will be 8-year-old. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot do anything about it. It's very difficult. You can even cheat God, but you can be hit. One fellow went to hospital because he was getting old and he did not like the old age. So he stayed there for 6 months and completely organized himself very nicely. Oh, he removed all that he removed, added all that he removed, added, brought down what is to be brought down, lift up whatever is to be lifted up, everything perfect. He became perfect, nice. Then after 6 months, then one released from the hospital, he is walking down. Then as he is walking down, Prarabdham, as he is coming down, a car hits him and he dies. And he goes to heavens. And he had a previous encounter with God where he had asked him, how long you think I am going to live? I said, you are going to live another 30, 40 years. Then he said, okay, it is better to invest some money because 30, 40 years so we can be younger, So I went there. So now he challenges God. You told me 40 years I have to be alive, and therefore I went and spent all that money. Even one day I have not enjoyed. I was coming at the heat. Where are you? Why didn't? Because he is friend, Where are you? Why didn't you save me? He said, I did come, but I did not recognize you. In a sense, you can do anything you like, but death will happen. Anything will happen. What you have, something which you can never ever change. But who you are is always beautiful and always there. Are you here or not? Are you here or not? Yes. Ask yourself, Aj what? If you are here sitting down as a father of a son, son of a father, husband of a wife, wife of a husband, mother of a child, friend of the friend, you shall not listen to what I say. Listen carefully. Because who you are is not the role that you play. This much you understand, your life is better. You understand the point? This much you understand. Are you sitting down here as a student? Are you sitting down here as a person you are? Student says, Swamiji, I am very interested in learning. For what? Learning for learning's sake? So that I can go and tell, Swamiji, I am writing down the best points that you have told. Why? So I can go back and surprise everybody. I am taking down all the jokes. Why? So that I can make my friends laugh. You are not to understand anything. Appreciate. Or I want to see here the Sanskrit, the grammar, the subtle points of it. No. What you come here is to see yourself and be yourself. Listen very carefully. What you come here is to be yourself. The teacher also, suppose what is teaching? Some teacher is teaching, suddenly looks at there is somebody, some speaker is like that. He sits down, somebody see some chief executive of a big company or something, somewhere known face, immediately will change the whole topic to management because he wants to get an invitation for the management study. He is talking. What is this? God, please do not complicate this simple study of yourself. It is something which you are already there. That's as the teacher, what he is teaching and who he is, one and the same. And such a person alone can share the knowledge as it is. In the midnight, you kick him out of the bed and say, who are you? Absolute truth. There is no confusion about it at any time. So such a person, and therefore what he sees about the student doesn't see about him. That is the beauty. He sees the immortality, the absolute, the happy nature of the individual, which the person himself doesn't see. Lucky, the Guru doesn't have to grant a grace for the student to understand it. You are already it. That is why, or else Krishna could have touched Krishna. Nowadays people are doing, no. You touch somebody, they pick a feather. You touch somebody somewhere between the eyebrows. For every touch, 100 rupees. There is an organization. First touch, 100 rupees, $100. Second touch, $200. Third touch, $300. Intensive, $500. And there are people to do that. Why? Because if they can be touched, hugged, looked at it and like that, they can get it. Why not? After all, $500. If each person starts spending that money, imagine what happens. Please appreciate. You mean to say Krishna could not do it? 17 chapters he wasted on Arjuna. He could have touched his conch, He had a ready-made, peacock feather. He had the gada also. Suppose somebody needs a hard knock, that also he can give a hard knock or a soft knock, he could have done it. No, 17 chapters wasting on him in the battlefield. Why? Because it is not your body which has a problem. It is not the world which has a problem. It is your thinking which has a problem. Your thinking must change. Please appreciate. Your thinking must change. What people do? They try to not change their thinking. They try to forget their thinking. Most people do that, solving problem. Solving problem is not curing the disease, but pain is gone now, that is enough. Anesthetizing is not curing. Are you getting that point, please? Anesthetizing a patient is not curing the patient. Then why should I anesthetize? So that you can operate easily. If anesthetizing and therefore you say, go home, or the fellow says, doctor, I am not very nice, I am going home, what will happen? After the effect is over, again your pain comes back. So it is listening to music, chanting something, looking at something beautiful, because that 1 hour, very good. You are forgetting. Are you interested in forgetting the problem or solving the problem? Most people come to forget the problem. That is where you can see congregation. Oh, we had a nice satsang. What is that? 1 hour of bhajan. After 1 hour, what happened? 1 hour of chanting, 1 hour of singing. Then what happens? Oh, we enjoyed. It's another entertainment. No, after that, are you somebody who can handle your problem by yourself? Oh, I was driven. It's exactly life situation. You are driven. You enjoy the drive. The driver drops out, you are helpless. So you want to enjoy a drive through spiritual highway, religious excitements and intoxications. No. An intelligent person will not subscribe to that. I know you are great, but make me great. How does it matter? Your stomach is full of food, so shall I feel hungry? Shall I feel full? I should have food in my stomach. You are full in your head because you are absolute, you are wisdom, you are everything. But what about my emptiness? That must go. That is the beauty of this tradition. That is where no teacher promised anything, neither any teacher dissuaded any, discouraged anybody, because everybody is fit for this learning. What is this fit for this learning? You are the truth. What is important is to help the individual to appreciate. Yes, but the student must be ready. Therefore, a person may or may not understand physics, may or may not understand chemistry, mathematics, because the preparation is not there. He has to pick up physics, then he will be a physicist. Whereas in case of this self-knowledge, you are already the subject. It is about you, who you are. That is why it is such a glory. In every knowledge, please see that. Now see the third chapter, because after the teacher reveals this, the second chapter we saw, the student revels in it. The teacher reveals and the student revels. Wow, whatever you said is fantastic. Oh, aham, namo, mayam. What a wonderful fellow I am. In which class you shall see that? By chance somebody says, what a wonderful I am. Narcissistic. Too self-confident, overconfident. Oh, he is the only one. Hey, when I say, oh, aham, how great I am, it includes everybody. How great everybody is. When I say I am rich, you may be richer or poorer. When I say I am educated, you may be more educated, less educated. But when I say I am happiness, you are as much happiness as I am. When I say I am free, you are as free as you, as free as I am. That is why there is no sense of superiority or inferiority. You must understand the beauty of this knowledge. There is no question of superiority or inferiority. That is why when you get lost in these considerations of Guru is like a God, God is like a Guru, and this is like that, and the people are stupid, that man is a holy man, religious. That's fine, that's fine. You can respect everything, no problem. But may you not end up in this servitude, slavishness in the name of respecting somebody. In the name of respecting somebody, loving somebody, don't be a slave of something. You must be a free person. The last evening I was writing something. It is better to be shunned by the wise than to be worshipped by the fools. But when you are shunned by the fools, it is much more interesting. When you are, it's like a poor man dismissing the rich man. What is this riches? Yeah, that's right. It's better to be shunned by the wise people. Because when wise people are there, know what is there, they understand what it is. If it is not, it is better to be shunned by them. But not to be worshipped by the fool, because fools worship you for their personal gain. The day they do not get what they get away. That is why the people who come for blessings, for favor, what? They choose Gurus only, gods also. You go to Tirupati, did not work, go to Kapaleshwara. Or go to Kapaleshwara local first. Go to Kapaleshwara, it didn't work, go to Tirupati. Tirupati did not work, go to Vaideshwaran Koil. That did not work, Hindu gods you banish. Then go to Dargah Sharif. That did not work, you go to Balangani. That did not work, communist. Right? You go on changing your gods. Why? Because you are going not for God's sake, you are going for your sake. Same thing, you go to Guru. You come for power, position, recognition. You did not get it, change. Did you come for this knowledge? Very, very important, very, very important to see what the teacher shows. That is because already there, and the teacher has no such diffidence that whether the fellow will understand or not. Hey, what is this fellow will understand or not? Is it some subject outside him? Do you understand what I am talking? If it is a subject outside you, then I can say, will it know it or not? Suppose say, can he handle the cycle? Difficult cycle he may not. Flight can he handle? No, because this cycle and plane, car all outside. If you say, can he handle his mind? This nonsense has gone into our head for the generations. That difficult to handle the mind, easy to handle the mind, because you are anyway handling the mind, know how to handle. Are you getting that point, please? Who is that who is not handling the mind? The 4-year-old is handling his mind. The 4-year-old starts exploiting other people. Yesterday somebody was telling me a very beautiful incident. A lady had a son and she was fighting with him. Then he says, "No, mommy, I hate you." He says, "No, no, I love you." Then he said, "Okay, I love my mommy only." Then he said, naturally when the baby says to mommy, "I love you only," what the mommy will say? "Of course, I love my son only." The son had a bomb to throw at her. You know what was that? Surprise bomb. Okay, you were so happy with me. Why did you have the second brother who was only 2 months old? You were so happy with me. Why this one? No, no. 3-year-old can think like that. 30-year-old not. Because 30-year-old is finished. There's no freshness. You're so happy with me. Why this one? You mean to say the child is not thinking? Can you think brighter than that? So teach them how to think, not how to forget thinking. The whole religious engagement or the so-called New Age stuff or whatever it is, the most people are what? Sit down and chant and sing and dance and I hold your hand, you hold my hand, I hug you, you hug me, you know, I love you, you love me. What is that? That's not the problem. The problem is in our thinking. Are you getting that point, please? You go to a doctor, he doesn't scan your body. He says, "What is your problem?" "I think little pain." "Okay, let us do the knee operation." "But is there a pain in knee?" "Let us try." "Oh, still not gone?" "Okay, let us do it for the backbone." "All right, because doctor is telling." "Arey bhai, do the operation where the pain is. You can't just say today knee operation, tomorrow toe operation, tomorrow head, beating the head. That's not the point. Same thing. You want to solve a problem, find where the problem is. I am the problem or I have a problem. People think I have a problem. You have a problem because you are a problem. If you are not a problem, you will not have a problem. The Swamiji, person who is not a problem, who understands himself, he has no problem, he will have a problem. There will be a situation, it will not be a crisis. He can handle it. Because who is the person who cannot have a problem in life? It has to be. Kala kridati gacchati ayu. Sayam pratas, day passes, evening comes, evening passes, night comes, night passes, day begins. Everything will change. Today there is no electricity. Suddenly there is a rain. Kala kridati. Body shall old. It will be aging. Everything shall be different. But you are no more lost in that problem. Because you remain the same. Listen carefully. So if the doctor is going to treat you like that, today this, tomorrow that, it's not. Find out where the problem is. So if you are a problem, you will have a problem. But if you are not a problem, everything is a situation. Like physical body, sick. Because you don't know yourself, therefore you say, what? I am the body. If you say, I am the body, sickness of the body is you. But when you know, I have a body, attitude is different. I have a body, it has to be taken care of. Are you getting that point? What a difference, the distance comes. Therefore, neglecting the body is not religion. Both way people make mistake. The religious person means neglect the body. That's disaster. Secular person means overindulgence of the body. That also is disaster. Neither you can overindulge nor you can negate, deny, dismiss. Know yourself and give the body as much importance as it deserves. So find the problem. And once you do that, thinking is the problem. Coming to a generalization, thinking is the problem. Thoughts create the problem. Body is not. Are you getting that point, please? The whole physical universe is such a massive God. Just feel it. So much of peace. Stars, planets, galaxies. Only one place, one thought, the man is sitting there. What happened? Inside your head, are you getting that? Just one thought. My mother is like that, my father is like that, my brother is like that, I am like that. One thought. Listen carefully. That also is not right. There are thousands of thoughts. So if thought is a problem, all the 1,000 thoughts will be a problem. Why one thought is a problem? Because I am thinking that thought is a problem. Are you getting that point? How much more can you be operative? Precise operation. You understand the precision? Don't say thought is a problem. If thought is a problem, every thought will be a problem. No. That thought is a problem which I identify myself with. Why this thought? Why the other thought is not coming? So who is creating the problem? I, the I thought. Therefore, I must know myself. And this meaning of the word I is already existing in you. Are you getting that point? Because of a name, the cuckoo is singing. Or because the cuckoo is singing, we are giving it a name. Because of the thought, you are existing, or because you are existing, therefore name is given I. Who you are is nameless. There is no name, consciousness. So even this I thought is a name. That is the revelation. The teacher reveals who you are. Not even this I thought. What to talk about? The creation. They don't have a sense of I. Does your body says it is you? Does the richest says it is you? You leave your diamond somewhere, somebody will pick it and go away. Will the diamond say, don't take me, I am his diamond, you know? The body is continuously taken away. The time is consuming it continuously. The body doesn't resist. But I resist. My body should not die. Your body, or it belongs to the creation? This is what I am telling you, contemplation. Think it over. Just don't walk around like, I'm here. No, you are not walking yellow. You are part of a macrocosmic universe. With the universe you are moving. Do you understand the point? You are giving an example on confidence, somebody told so beautifully. Be like even a mustard seed. Don't wait for the world to give you way, then you shall grow. No, don't wait for that. Look at a mustard seed. You drop it. When the mustard seed sprouts, the earth has to give way. Vast earth. Where is the mustard seed in relation to the whole planet earth? But the moment the mustard seed grows, it has to give way. We can't say, let it give way, then I'll grow. No, you put your root, the earth will give way. Just think. That is why you are inseparable part of the creation. The creation is already holding me. The earth is holding the mustard seed. The mustard seed must grow. The whole creation is already holding me. Are you getting that? Your body. So it is not consuming your body. It is part of it. It is dancing. It is a dancing universe in which your body also is a dancing wave. Body doesn't resist. I resist. I don't want to die. I don't want to change. Who are you? Who are you? It is, understand yourself. Then you have given a body. If you don't take care of the body, body shall suffer, but your vehicle will be useless. Just like you maintaining your car for a good travel, maintain your body for a good travel. Maintain your mind also for an efficient travel. Are you getting that point, please? Maintain your mind. You can't say, oh, children are already handling it. Therefore, please appreciate. Handling the mind is not difficult thing. People have not taught us how to handle. Which all the time, what has been told is very difficult. Mind is very, very difficult. Thousands of cows you cannot hold together, but one mind you cannot hold together. Those beautiful thoughts, absolutely positive. Why? Because the mind is so easy, then what is the need of a guru? If the mind of is so easy, I shall be redundant. To make myself needed for everybody, I have to say everything is difficult. Because it is so easy. Hey, it is easy not because I say it is easy. It is easy because it is easy. It is yourself. Think. Suffering is a habit. Being deluded, being affected by a thought is a habit. From the day one, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Then you don't know what to do. From day one. Have you not seen people? PhD, low self-confidence. 4th standard dropout, street smart. 4th standard dropout, the fellow is street smart. He can win doing anything anywhere. But the other fellow is so highly educated, can't. Why? Please. The mind, your thoughts. And among these thoughts, as I said, no thought is a problem. I thought, individuality. Therefore, that much you appreciate, that is the revelation. The teacher reveals. Only one word you have to understand in life. What is that? Aham, the I. If you are informed, Aham and Om, both one and the same thing. Bhagavan says, no, yes, Sarve Pada Ivada Yat Padamamanandi. All the Vedas talk about which one? Tapam Sarvani Chayat Vadanti. All the austerity that talk about what? Yadi Chanto Brahmacharya Charanti. Desires of which people take to austerities. Tatte Padam Sangrahena Pravakshi. He Nachiketas, I shall tell you it in nutshell. Same verse is quoted in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna has borrowed it from Kathopanishad, right? Tradition. Nobody. Have you seen a guru's name in any Upanishad? Today is only guru's name stamping. Very much important. Previously in our tradition in India, people are divided in the name of the gods. Sauras, sunflower, Shaktas, Kaumaras, Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, Ganapatya, Vaishnavas, Ganapatya, 6 school of thought, 6 varieties were there, killing each other. Now, people are not divided in the name of gods, in the name of gurus. Follower of this guru, that one, that one. Just think of it. Ishvara. To come back to that, where the individual is given only one thing. You understand the meaning of yourself. No, the person should not tell, it's very, 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 very difficult. No, it's the easiest because you are the subject. Handling the mind is the easiest thing to be. That is why people with common sense, what you call common sense, sometimes they are too smart. Very highly educated people don't know anything whatsoever. A person can have all the scriptures in his brain, but he will not know how to handle it. He has all the scriptural wisdom, but he doesn't know how to fit into the world. That possibility is there. Very, very informed person, but doesn't know how to do it. So when the teacher reveals who you are, the student starts reveling in it. Correct. Yes, I am that absolute, I am so wonderful. That's nice, that's the truth. It is no more a repetition, it's not a positive thinking. Go on thinking, what is positive thinking? What all you dream to be, you just go on repeating. It doesn't work because the fact hits you. Facts hit you. That is why when you are thinking positive, a negative can take over. When you are being yourself, both positive, negative, wonderful. Sometimes suppose I am the body, yes. The body is old, aging, yes. But you are immortal, yes. You are the richer than the richest, yes. You are a poor idiot, yes. Why? I am everything. Positive thinker will be afraid of negative thinking. Negative thinker cannot take the positive thinking. Difficult. Both are constrained. Who I am is not positive or negative. Are you getting that point? There is no positive and negative. That is no short circuit. You don't get a short circuited there. There is no positive, no negative. You are the base. You are the ground. You are yourself. So revelry all the time. Having you understood when you thus, the student has reveled, teacher has done. Now the teacher, with his compassion, now tells him as to how to leave this knowledge. L-I-V-E, not L-E-V-E. L-E-V-E, is it possible? You can laugh. Can you leave the knowledge? Once you get it, it's like learning swimming. Once you learn swimming, you cannot commit suicide drowning. Try. Once you learn swimming, you cannot commit suicide drowning, because you can commit suicide other way, but at the moment you will be, you will get up. That is, such people sometimes they tie down big stone onto their thing and they drown, so that they cannot come up. Wow. Anyway, that part we shall see some other time. Think. So once you are aware of yourself, you cannot forget. Do you know? Please tell me. Do you know why you cannot forget? The possibilities in you. Do you know why? Ask yourself. Is there anybody who likes to suffer? Is there anybody who likes to suffer? In the moment of suffering, what shall you remember? The solution. You are the solution. How can you suffer? How can you forget? How can you ever forget? With the moment a problem comes, insecurity, I go to security. So will I like to forget my security? You understand that one? This is so simple, I tell you. I don't know what to say. Will you like to forget your security? So how can you say difficult to remember? Do you forget that you have 50,000 rupees or 50 million rupees in your bank? Just because you have 50 million rupees in your bank, with what confidence you walk in the street? Do you carry 50 million with you? Nothing. But in your head it is working, 50 million. So when you go for shopping, what do you go? Only when people have 50 million, they shall look at a Ferrari. Suppose fellow has got 5 million, will you look for a Ferrari? What rubbish? 5 million rupees I am talking, not dollars, okay? Will you look at that? No. With confidence you go for shopping. Not a paisa in your hand, but your idea, this is there. So you go on doing your shopping wherever you want to do, whatever you want to purchase. You come out. Imagine. Will you feel insecure at any time? And by chance somebody says, do you have $5,000? Immediately you are refers to, what is rubbish talking 5,000? 50 million. Because you are always with the sign of security, with your security. Same way, your sense of security is you are who you are. With that on your head, in your head, on your head, around your head, whatever you say, all the time you are moving about in the world with absolute sense of confidence. Why? Who I am, indescribable, imperishable, ever-existing consciousness as it is. It's not a thought, it's not an action, it's not a body, it's nothing whatsoever. Aho aham namo mayham, to me my namaskar. That is me. When you see this very clearly, can you forget? Will you like to forget? If you are forgetting, you don't know it. Or, if you are forgetting, listen carefully, I don't want to be harsh. If you are forgetting, that means you don't want to know it. No, don't be so harsh. If you are forgetting, you know how to quickly come back to. Therefore, is forgetting is not a forgetting. If you can come back quickly to yourself, it is not also, it's a huge forgetfulness. It's okay, it's just a pastime. Okay, forgot. But that is not possible. Because, what did I forget? You remember. You understand that joke? You forgot your purse. What did I forget? Purse will not come. That is why you have forgotten it. But what did I forget? You are conscious. Because what you forget is not a thought. What you forget is not an object. Just lost yourself in thought. Oh, okay. So where is the thought? Always in myself. So every time you can never ever escape this knowledge. Having given this knowledge, now the teacher has given this knowledge. You cannot escape. This is the scripture, this is your tradition. And now the teacher tells how to live in this world. With this knowledge, how do you live in the world? Because everywhere is like this. When you pass your physics, you pass your law, or graduation, post-graduation, any subject, what is usually people will ask you? So, how is your practice? Is a lawyer, chartered accountant, doctor, engineer, whatever the professional. How will they say? How is your practice? Because you are doing it, you got this knowledge, but how is the practice? So you understand yourself. How do you use this in life? Every moment of your life is a glorious presence. Because there are so many different ideas passed through in the name of realization of the self, understanding of the truth. What do the people say? The man who is happy with himself doesn't do anything. What is there to achieve? What is there to do? This is the popular ideas. Popular ideas. No karma, there is no action anymore. The person simply sits down. What is there to gain? What is there to lose? It's like a programming for lethargy, total programming for laziness, total programming for indifference. Even Bhagavad Gita, if you listen, it will be nice. What Bhagavan says? Partha nasti me kartavyam, trishu logeshu kinchana, nanabhaptam avaptavyam, varta evacha karmani. Hey Partha, nasti me kartavyam. For me there is nothing to be done in this world. Trishu logeshu. In this three world I have nothing to gain or nothing to lose. Varta evacha karmani. Yet I engage myself in activity. Why? Yadiham navarteyam jatu karmani atandritah. If I do not engage myself in activity without tirelessly, without any rest, mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasya. He partha, manushyaha mama vartmanu vartante. People shall look up to me and he say, Krishna is a wise man, he is not working. Therefore not to work, it means wise. That is the wrong inference. The wise man doesn't work. That means if I don't work, I will be wise. VIPs break the queue. So those who want to break the queue shall be VIPs. That is our Indian tradition, isn't it? Everybody wants to break the queue because VIPs are not standing in the queue. So everybody wants to get out of the queue so that they are VIPs. Disgusting. You don't understand how disastrous it is? Think. So Krishna says, continuously I am going to work in life. But somebody can say, having got this knowledge, why should I act on? And these type of verses you shall see now. Amazing. How? Because the language is really very, very sharp and if you are not watchful, it will be confusing. ASHTAVAKRA is telling to Janaganam, Abhinashinam Atmanam Ekam Vijnaya Tattvataha. Atmanam Ekam Abhinashinam Tattvataha Gyantva. Having known Atmanam, yourself, which is Abhinasi, Vinasatasya na vidyate, which cannot be destroyed, that which cannot be destroyed, Abhinasi, which always remain the same. Is it really true? I always remain the same. I cannot be destroyed. You don't have to go through hundreds of scriptures for knowing that. Immediate experience you see right now. Okay? Just look at it. This morning, just I was thinking, how do you give? First time a person is coming, how do you do that? Simple. Avinasi. You analyze, observe the own usage of words, your own usage of words. I ask you, sir, did you sleep well last night? Yes, Swamiji, I slept well. How was the yesterday? It was a very nice day. Where did you go? Oh, I was in the beach. How was your school days 10 years back? Oh, that was also nice. What about your childhood in your village or in your city? Oh, that was also nice. I enjoyed my childhood. Now please tell me, how many I's you are using? I who enjoyed the childhood, are you getting that point? I who enjoyed the childhood, I who enjoyed the park or the beach or the whatever yesterday, I who slept last night and I who is here now, this moment answering my question, are they not one and the same? Huh? Just listen carefully. The bomb is coming. Are they not one and the same? Yes. Is it the body? This body, this big one, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 50-year-old body was not there to enjoy the childhood. The childhood is a condition of the body. Therefore, body doesn't enjoy the childhood. So who was enjoying? I. Body? No. Do the thoughts enjoy, or the thoughts are the product of enjoyment, perception, sensation? Can the thought say, I am going to enjoy Alaska after 6 years? I can say that. I am going to do that. No thoughts can own. Then who is that I which is talking about? It's just a thought. In relation to what? Consciousness. That in whose presence you are aware of the childhood of the body, the condition of the mind. The youth of the body, changing condition of the mind. The future experiences in time and space remains ever the same at all times, all places. Avinashi. It has never grown. Consciousness has not grown. Are you getting that point, please? Consciousness has not grown. Childhood consciousness, youthful consciousness, old age consciousness. Is it so? What a tradition. The more and more you see it, you are pulverized, finished. Which part of the universe this knowledge is being talked about? They end up in giving me a branding that I am follower of this God, this religion, this faith, this guru, this stuff. Here what he says, ASHTAVAKRA doesn't say follow me, be yourself. Krishna did not say follow me, did he say that? Vimrishete daseshena yathachasi tatha guru. Hey Arjuna, think over it well, do what you want to do. Take your responsibility, move on in life. Just think. The glory of this tradition, however much you talk, is less. Indescribable. As indescribable as the truth is. Only when you know, you appreciate. When do you understand the greatness of a person? Greatness of your person who helps you? Because whatever he helped you, when that works wonders for you, how do you say, wow, the person must be amazing. We know the tradition is great, but the knowledge that we received, is so fantastic. About myself. Because after knowing everything, the question comes, next. Finished your matriculation? Yes. What are you going to do? Plus 2. What do you do after that? What are you going to do? Plus 3. After that, what are you going to do? Again plus 2. PhD, MA, postgraduate. Then what are you going to do? Postdoctoral. Then what? Job. Then what? Right. After everything, then what? Then what? Then what? After this knowledge, I know myself. Then what? Then what for whom? After infinity, what? Why? Because in any achievement, there is a failure. What is the statement? In any achievement, there is a failure. Because I climbed Mount Everest, but not Kilimanjaro. I saw Alaska, but not the Siberia. I ate this, but I did not eat this. When you say, I know myself, there is no sense of lack anymore. I know myself, listen carefully, but I don't know the Alaska, it doesn't matter. Relative ignorance, knowledge doesn't make any difference whatsoever. The other day I was telling somebody, suppose you in life you make commit a mistake. Commit a mistake. What? Get angry with somebody, fighting with somebody, terminate with an accident. Everything can be handled. Everything can be handled. Do you know why? If you have handled the biggest mistake of life, which is ignorance of yourself, the biggest mistake of our life, not that we commit, but it comes with us, the biggest mistake, because of which everything is mistaken. Because of this biggest mistake, ignorance of the self, I not knowing myself, everything is mistaken. I am the body, I am the thought, I am the world. Now when that biggest mistake is corrected, is there any other relative mistakes which cannot be handled? Therefore, there is no such situation remains which you cannot handle. Everything is beautiful. So having get this knowledge, how? Avinashinam Atmanam. Knowing yourself is Avinashi. Why? Because I remains ever the same in childhood, youth, old age. waking, dream, deep sleep. I who wakes up, I who experiences the dream, I who experiences the sleep is same. I who experiences changing thoughts, same. Same consciousness, right or wrong? By habit, don't say, I am conscious. Who are you? It's not necessary to say, I am. It's not necessary to think, I am, to be. Just like a flower. It doesn't depend upon a name to exist. Nothing depends on a name to exist. Because of a name, the cloth doesn't exist. Because the cloth exists, name is given. So existence is independent of name. Name is dependent on existence. So your name, I, is independent of who you are. Really? Your name, I, is dependent on who you are. Catch it, catch it. But who you are is independent of a name. Why? English word is I. Sanskrit word is aham. Tamil word is nan. Telugu word is nanu. Hindi, main. Oriya, mu. No, so, Swamiji, I have no, personally, I have no sense of, nenuke I sense ledu. Nenuke I sense ledu. Right? Why? He doesn't understand I and Nenu are one and the same. I sense he doesn't have. I never say me. I never say aham. So I am not ahankar. Hey, that is I or you, mu or me or Nenu or Nanu. All these names mean only and what it is Avinashi? For the name is Vinashi. The names are Vinasasila. Disappear. Names will disappear. Names can be forgotten. Words no. Words can be forgotten, names will be forgotten. That is why this knowledge is so easy. When you forget everything, you are there, shining. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? In your mathematics exam, suppose you forget everything, zero. Ande, you get potatoes, right? In any subject you forget, you get zero. Here, about being yourself, if everything is suppose forgotten, the hero. Absolutely fantastic. Right? Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Only when you don't grasp it, understand. A sense of being, nobody takes away. Nobody. Atmanam avinashanam. And how? Ekam, one. Ekam sarvagatam. Ekam atmanam avinashanam tattvataha jnatva, knowing ekam, which is one. One in all. All in one. I say I, you say I. Listen carefully. Who are you? All of us will begin with the word I. Meaning the same. You want to add something, then only difference will begin. Who are you? I. The meaning is same. Want to differentiate? Ram, Hari, Krishna, man, woman, rich, poor. You go on adding, go on adding. But in reality, do you know why you suffer? Thinking, I don't know what to do. With the I itself is not known. When you say I, the first name, right, then it can go on identifying with any thought. It doesn't matter. Let the thought comes. But what has happened is I unconsciously, with an habit, sitting down with a determination, I must understand myself. I. Therefore, why these thoughts are coming? That thought should not come. Suppose somebody tells you, no thought means being with the truth. Now you are watching the thought. With whenever the thought comes, why this thought is coming? Why people go into agitation in the name of meditation? Because if you say meditation means no thought, now you are more worried about which thought is coming instead of just being with yourself who you are. Are you getting that point, please? Waiting for the wave, you lose sight of the beauty of the ocean. You are going to watch waves. Think, you are going to watch waves. So your whole focus is on a wave. The whole ocean is sprawling. Or if your attention is, I want to watch a quiet, sprawling ocean. Fear is, by chance a wave comes. Stay. Please. Atmanam etat vijnaya, tattvataha vijnaya. Knowing it as it is. Taba, hey, ASHTAVAKRA GITA teacher, student, taba, for you, Atma Jnanasya, for you who gain this knowledge of the self, who you know who you are, dhirasya, who is dhira, Atma Jnanasya, one who is getting this, one, you are the Atma, you are the Jnana, you are the self, you are the knowledge, you are the consciousness, and therefore dhira, dhim, buddhim, vishayabhya rati pratigranhati, one is capable of withdrawing into himself without any effort. Understand? Being yourself is effortless. Seeing is effort, right or wrong? Think, which is effort? Seeing is effort or being is an effort? To see you have to open your eyes. To be conscious, what should you do? To be conscious, do you have to open your eyes? Close your eyes? So what is open eye meditation, close eye meditation? You are in meditation, eyes can be opened or closed, choice is yours. You comfortable closing your eye, close it. Not comfortable closing, open it. No, in our tradition, open eye meditation. So those who cannot keep their eyes open, get lost. In our mind, only closing the eyes. Why can't I open my eyes? This is not a scripture, this is not tradition. These personal traditions are coming up. Are you getting that? Please. So one who is capable of withdrawing unto himself without any effort. Such a person, for him, katham artharjane rati, how can he get interested in earning securities of life? Artha, securities, money and all these things, whatever things. Then you can see, this is what he is telling. One who is happy with himself, how can he be interested in earning money or anything? There is a difference between ignorant man going for the artharjana, a wise person going for artharjana. Listen carefully. There is a difference between Krishna saying, Partha nasti me kartavyam trishulokesu. Hey Partha, I have absolutely nothing to do in this world, but I am doing all the activities. For what? For its own sake. If you say, the wise person, how can he be interested in artharjana, means earning security, means any activity, then Krishna must be fool, isn't it? Who is acting? And with what motive you are acting? Are you acting? Are you working? Are you engaging yourself in an activity so that you can be happy? Or you are happy to engage yourself in activity? Do you understand that? Are you happy to engage yourself in activity? Are you happy to listen to this cuckoo? Or by listening to cuckoo you are happy? If you are listening to cuckoo you are happy, you are a cuckoo. If you are happy to listen to cuckoo, you shall be happy when the cuckoo also is gone. Happy to eat. Happy not to eat. But suppose by eating I am happy, can't eat. Why people become miserable? Swamiji, whole day, can't see, can't hear, can't touch, can't taste, can't smell, above. So your happiness was dependent upon perception, sensation, thoughts, adulation, adoration, recognition. Now that nobody is coming around you, nothing is happening around you. When you are a person, you understand? When you are a person, happy with yourself, when nobody comes around, wow, man. Nothing is available, so fantastic. Who is going to maintain it? Everything is there, of course we shall manage it. What's wrong with that? You are happy, you understand? You are happy to be with the things. You are also happy to be without the thing. Who can touch you? Vinasham abhyasyasya nakishit kartumarati. Bhagavan says in Gita, hey Arjuna, asya abhyasya vinasha nakashit kartumarati. Nobody can destroy this indestructible. This is abhaya, imperishable, not bhyeti, never, inexhaustible. Nobody can touch it. Bhagavan Shankara comments, nakashit kartumarati, some commentary. Bhagavan api na kartumarati. Even God himself cannot destroy the reality. Why? Because that is the reality of God. So nobody can touch. Avinashinama. So katham artharjanarati. Meaning, be careful. You understand this knowledge. You can go back to your house or you can go back anywhere. Your Gurukula, your study is over. On, but not with the intensity or intention of that if I get it, I'll be happy. Unconsciously don't get into that trap. Not that katham arthajanati, how can you be interested in earning money? A person, suppose he becomes a ordinary person, a very religious person, or picks up a cloth or no cloth or whatever, suppose he be like that, then what he says? Katham arthajanati, how can you earn money? Then while food time, don't wait for the food to come to a plate, because somebody has to do the arjana, no? Unless somebody does the earning, how do you eat it? So that is the time you become a parasite. You talk about having nothing, but interested in enjoying everything. What? Watch out, watch out. What is there to talk? Then don't come to listen. If somebody is talking, then only you can listen. No. What is there to read? Then why did you read the book in the first place to understand this knowledge? Do not dismiss anything. Reading is beautiful, writing is beautiful, talking is beautiful. Every action is beautiful. The attitude behind the action was the flaw. The mistake before was I was waiting to do something to be happy. Now I am happy and I want to do something. If I can't do also, it doesn't matter. There is no frustration. Atma jnanat aho priti vishaya brahmagochare. Then he says, Atma ajnanat aho, look at this. Aho priti, look at the love, attraction, adoration. What? Vishaya brahmagochare. Vishaya brahma. In this, because of the Atma ajnanat, because of the Atma ajnanat, not knowing about one's own self, that I am the happiness, I am the bliss, Vishaya brahmagochara priti. I was adoring, getting attracted by Vishaya, the sense objects. That this perception is giving me pleasure, sensation is giving me pleasure. No. That is why your beginning classes you understand these things. Perception is giving pleasure, sensation is giving pleasure. No. In any moment of perception, any moment of sensation, previously you are equating sensation with the happiness. Listen carefully, just explain it to again. Please understand how the people misunderstand the happiness. Go to unhappiness first. What is your unhappiness? Think. When you say you are unhappy, what does it mean? Your toe is twitching. Some is very unhappy. Why? My knee joint is shaking. Anybody? Unhappy means what? The thought is body, right? I am feeling so unhappy today. What does it mean? My stomach is paining. Even the stomach pain, if there is no thought, you are having a little stomach ache, but suppose something, some jocular, some humorous Something comes up and everybody starts laughing, because like half an hour you forgot everything. Right? But you don't call it as a spiritual experience. But to go there, organized way, start laughing with somebody, oh, this is a nice spiritual practice. What a thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Think. So, unhappiness means what? A thought. Why these things? It's not the absence of the object makes you unhappy, it's the presence of the thought, right? So when you get the object, the thought goes away. Since I decide thought makes me unhappy, I want to get rid of the thought. I don't know how to get out of the thought. My only way of getting out of the thought is, if the thought of the object disturbing me, my only way of getting happiness is to get the object of thought. The thought of the object disturbing me, I must get the object of the thought. And when I get the object of the thought of the object disappears. Is it difficult to understand? When the thought of the object disappears, what do you say? I am very happy. Wrong conclusion. Because then you conclude absence of thought is happiness. If you conclude absence of thought is happiness, the next thought will bring you unhappiness. No, when the thought is not there, is it not the absence of thought give you the happiness? Is not the presence of the object gave you the happiness? It is being yourself. In absence of thought, at that moment you are one with the consciousness, yourself. So being with yourself gives you happiness. Are you getting that point, please? It is not the absence of the thought or the presence of the object. But being with yourself gives you. Therefore, you are not happy, always happy to be with your thought, not to be with your thought. Happy to be with the object, not to be the object. Suppose you cannot be, cannot be. You can be. You understand the freedom? Happiness is all about freedom, absolute freedom. You are not dependent on any condition anymore. No conditions apply. To be happy, no conditions apply. To be comfortable, conditions apply. Temperature should be this, food must be like this. Are you getting that? To be happy, no conditions apply. To be comfortable, conditions apply. To be uncomfortable, conditions apply. But to be happy, no conditions apply. That is why you can be happily comfortable, happily uncomfortable. What a life, what a life. So Vishaya Brahmagochare. Now think, because of this Atma Ajnanat, because of the ignorance of yourself, the Brahma, the delusion in the object comes. But what we do? We blame the object and go on renouncing the object. The Atma Brahma continues. Ignorance of the self continues. But objects are given up. Swamiji, no garlic nowadays. Chocolate I don't like. It's good for chocolate, good for garlic. They don't get eaten. Hey, you don't like chocolate, you don't eat it. That's your choice. But don't say that makes you religious and therefore you are a very wise person. No. You are happy to have it. You are also happy not to have it. It's all different. Suppose you go to a house where nobody eats garlic. Unless I have garlic, what type of food is this? You go to somebody else, they can't afford chocolate. I have to have chocolate. Then purchase your chocolate. Why are you asking somebody for chocolate? You are a person absolutely jale jalam, taile talam, taile tailam. Water in the water, oil in the oil. Mix. Invisible. Merge. Your presence nobody feels, including you. You don't come as a stuck, there's a sore thumb. You get stuck out, No, never. Whatever is there, yes. Sukte ajnanato lobha yatha rajata vibrame. Sukte ajnanatah rajata vibrame lobha. Sukti, mother of pearl. You are walking down the beach, and as you are walking down, suddenly you see some sparkling thing, and immediately your mind tells you, 5 rupee coin or 50 rupee coin. Then how do you think? What is your next thought? Look at everywhere. Before anybody comes, go there and put your first. You must reserve your right. Now it is under your foot. Very good, no problem. Now you are very happy. 50 rupees. I am dreaming. Go and have some dosa, idli somewhere. Then as nobody looking, you get down and pick it up. When you pick it up, Coca-Cola bottle cap. Or is a mother of pearl. How do you like it? Do you look everywhere? Now you look more everywhere. I chance anybody has seen? Nobody has seen. Throw it and go. What happens to you? Sukte Ajnanata, because of non-perception of the mother of pearl, Bhati, Rajata Vibhrati, a piece of silver was appearing there. When the ignorance is gone, silver disappeared or your ignorance disappeared? Did that silver disappear from the mother of pearl or your ignorance disappear? Did the unhappiness disappear from the object or your ignorance disappeared? Did your distraction disappear or your ignorance disappear? Do you understand? Where do you give the responsibility? Blaming the object, blaming the people, blaming husband, blaming wife, blaming father, blaming gurus, blaming gods, blaming object, blame game, blame everybody except yourself. Ajnanatah. Your ignorance goes away. The silver piece never was there to go. There is neither security, insecurity, happiness, unhappiness. You saw happiness, now you don't see it anymore. If you don't learn it, life will teach you in a hard way. You thought, sugar is my happiness. Now sugar has gone into your liver and system and everything destroyed. Then you say, oh, I am not having any sugar. Why? Because it has already killed me. I cannot eat any fat. Why? So fat kills you or eating kills you? Huh? Should you hold responsible of food? Anything in the world. You don't drag something to yourself, nothing can teach you. Nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you. Why this teaching is ineffective? Because you don't drag the teaching to yourself. You drag your own old ideas to yourself. The teaching is something which revolutionizes. If the teaching is proper, it will shake you up. But unshaken you stand. Why? Let me see who can teach me. Right? If I can use the teaching to my advantage, that is the best thing. Suffer. You suffer it. You are not allowed to stay there. Ajnana, Atma Ajnana, just like Sukter Ajnana, because of the non-perception of the, mother of pearl, the silver appears. Because of the ignorance of yourself that I am the happiness, happiness appears in the sense object. Every sensation becomes good or bad, pain or pleasure. When you are happy with yourself, as when you see the mother of pearl, the silver did not disappear, the ignorance disappeared. Happiness, unhappiness, security, insecurity don't disappear, they are never there. Only your ignorance is gone. How nice, huh? Just think of it. Do you understand the beauty of it? If you have to remove like and dislike, good, bad, papa, punya, right? You understand the engagement we shall be stuck with. Oh my God, the whole world you have to remove. Ignorance you remove is just like one nut you touch, boom, everything opens up. Master key. Just you take it away, everything falls. The other day somebody was showing some balancing act on a feather. One stick, next stick, next stick, next stick. 5 to 10 sticks only balancing on one stick, one particular some feather. Just drop the feather, boom, everything falls. On ignorance only, everything is done. Everything. Listen carefully. Your fear, your anxiety, your so-called obsession, pain, pleasure, right, wrong, good, bad, condemnation, condonation. Oh boy, condoning somebody, condemning. Oh, yo. Is complete. That is why the whole, what Shankara writes in that, what is that, Atma Shatakam, everything goes, no? Everything. From the beginning itself, mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham nacha srotra jive nacha grana netre nacha vyoma bhumi na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa shivoham. All the elements I am not. Just see, enjoy it. Nacha prana sangyo na panchani rome nava sapta dhatu na panchakosha na vak pani pado na upastha payu. Vak pani pada payu upastha sansargans. None of these things move. Na me raga dvesha, na me lobha moho, no raga na dvesha. No lobha na moha, madonaiva menaiva mascharya bhava, no mada, na mascharya, no pride, no arrogance, no jealousy, na dharma, na artha, na kamo, na moksha, no dharma, no artha, no kamo, no moksha, chidananda rupa shivoham, na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukham, neither punya nor papa, na saukhyam, na dukkham, neither happiness nor unhappiness, na mantro, na tirtha, na veda, na yajna, there is no mantra, no tirtha, no veda, no yajna. Aham bhojanam naiva bhujyam na bhokta. Neither am the eater, eaten, eating. Enjoyer, enjoyment, enjoying. Chidananda rupa shivoham shivo. Name mrityu shanka, no fear of death. Jati veda, no Brahman, Vaishya, Kshatriya, nonsense. No stuff. Pitanaiva menaiva matana janma. No father, no mother, no birth. What father, mother? No bandhur, no simitram. No relative, no friends. Gurur naiva shishya, no disciple, no teacher. Chidananda rupa shivoham shivo. Then who am I? Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa. Nirakara. Formless, changeless, absolute. Buddhivyape sarvatra sarvendriyani. Pervading the entire range of sense organs, including the mind, I exist. Sadame samatvam. Eternally I am the same. Na mukti, na bandha. No bondage, no liberation. Chidananda rupa shivoham shivo. Now what are you losing yourself? This man smiled, this man did not smile. What is this? Pick it up. Have you got by heart one verses like this? To think it over in the morning? No, years of learning, but still, why you looked at me? What is your first thought in the morning? I have already told you so many times. The day you listen to it, I know everybody was so excited. Wow, Swamiji is true. After that day, how many times you have thought, my first thought? First thing in the morning, what should you remember? Yourself or your thoughts? What should you be? You can't remember yourself. Be yourself. What thought comes? Later on. Then comes your strength. Nothing doing, every day same question. I don't know why that thought is bothering me. Sheer compassion to listen to this garbage. You understand? So ignorance goes away, not the rajata, not the silver. Happy or unhappy. Vishwam Spurati Yatredam Taranga Iva Sagari. Oh, I love these verses. You know that ASHTAVAKRA Gita is, I'm so happy I started it, you know. It's all our glory. In which physics, chemistry class you can be so excited? Tell me. Which mathematics class you can be so excited? In which movie and engagement you can be excited? You can only be forgetting your pain person. In every place is a programming for forgetfulness, including religious discourses. Programming for forgetfulness, unless the person is capable to challenge the listener, not to pamper the listener. Sit down, hello, Om Namo Shiva, Namo Shiva. You chant, sing, dance, then put up some music. Now you can do it at home. Why should you come and sit down here and organize? It's like some people stand up in the podium and read the paper. Now, why don't you just distribute the damn paper and go? We can read at home half an hour earlier. Let us go from the meeting. Why should you read the paper and we have to listen? Remember yourself. That is the biggest thing to remember. It's not something religious requirement. It is imperative that we see it for ourselves. Reason, the moment you get up, don't you remember where you are? You are traveling, no? Are you traveling or not? When you are traveling today in Madras, tomorrow in Kanyakumari, tomorrow in Sri Lanka, suppose you are there traveling. Then the moment you get up, what do you think? First you have to remember where you are. Because in Madras you remember, go to Mylapore, walk somewhere, in Sri Lanka, how do you travel? First you remember, hey, today I am here. But Swamiji, I am in the same place, different time. You are in Madras, but different time. So remember where you are. With which thought? Because thought also is a place. Does it understand? Do you understand that? Thought is a place. Continuously you are traveling inside from place to place. That is what tires you down. Because you are traveling, you are not restful. To be restful, where should you travel? Shall you stand where you are, or shall you travel to a place to be restful? Come on. Shall you travel from a place to be restful, or stand where you are? Earth is restful. You are jumping. So be the restful ground of consciousness. If you travel from thought to thought, jumping, thoughts are not restless, thoughts are traveling. Thoughts are not restful, thoughts are not restless. I am restless, the I thought. You understand the point? So every morning, the first thing when you get up, think of yourself. Who I am, where I am. You are like what? Vishwam spurati yatra idam taranga iva sagare. Idam Vishwam Spurati, Sagare Taranga Iva. Sagare, in the ocean, as in the waves are dancing, Vishwam Sarvamidam. What all I see, hear, taste or smell, the physical, the earth, planets, Milky Ways, galaxies, the entire universe, like waves rising and falling in ocean of consciousness. Look at the dimensions. The ocean of consciousness, the creations are appearing and disappearing. Describing in Oriya language, Varnacular, Bhagavan's glory, Brahmanda Mala Hui Toluma Kupe Viraja, in Oriya language say, it is like that. In every language it will be there. Oh Lord, in your Loma Kupa, in this, this body hair here, that Loma, that whatever the technical word, that little bit where from one hair comes out, and that little place, Brahmanda, garlands of universe hanging there. That is the body of God, imagine. If you think in those dimensions, do you have time to say, my body is like this? Take care. Because that the universe is not a problem, that you are hungry is a problem. Therefore don't say, the Brahmanda is so beautiful, hunger it doesn't matter. Don't be mad. Feed your hunger, but do not be hungry. I am fulfillment. Hunger is to be taken care. Take care of mortality, but be immortal. Be immortal. Take care of mortality. Vishwam Spurati Atre Taranga Iva Sagare. Soham Asmiti Vigyaya. Kim Dina Iva Dhavasi. Having known it, Soham Asmiti, so Aham, that consciousness, all in and pervasive, everything, everywhere, all pervasive, that indeed is I am. Because all pervasive cannot leave me apart. Huh? Are you getting that point? That is all pervasive. Can it leave anything apart? Bhagavan says, when Ishvara says Aham, the I, the whole universe reverberates with it. Like you say I, can your cell not be included? When the president says, I declare the war against this country, can you say, he has declared, let him fight? You are included, whether you like it or not. But when you say I, then nobody is included. Not even your husband, your wife, your father. No? Your husband says, she has to let her do. The wife can say, why was he promising? Let him do that. Because when you say I, nobody else is included. When Ishvara says I, Oh boy. Sohamasmiti Vigyan Oi. Kim Dinaiva Dhavasi. So having get this knowledge, now you come back to, now I have revealed it to you, you reveled in it. Now don't come back. Now this moment, Dina Iva Dhavasi, you are walking around, running around like a Dina. Dina means helpless, desperate, stupid. How can it be? Dina Iva Dhavasi? See that? Meaning you cannot afford to be desperate in life. No sense of helplessness. Absolutely secure. Yes, but I have no money. Okay, work towards it. Work towards it. No good health. Work towards it. Nobody prevents you from feeding the hungry. Nobody prevents you from taking care of your body. But because those type of ideas, a person who has understood the truth, now doesn't take care of his body, doesn't take care of anything, he just simply lie down. Hey, if somebody chooses to lie down, he has the freedom to do that. Who are you to say, no, he must work? Why? I don't want to do anything. That is why there are beautiful descriptions. One language you shall see, Bhagavan Krishna telling, Partha nasti me kartavyam, there is nothing for me to do. Yet I go on engaging myself in activity. If I don't do, what other people will do? Yet, individually, you can also take a decision. Chinta sunyam bhaikshyamasanam panam saridvarishu swatantrena nirankusa sthitirami nidra smasane vane vastrukshyalna soshanadirahitam digvastu sayyamahi sanchara nigamanta vitisu vidam krida pare brahmani. Shankara writes in Vivek Chudam. Krida pare brahmani. Somebody is playing about, reveling in the Parabrahma, the Absolute in himself. Therefore, why? Because of that, Chinta Sunyam, no thought, no anxiety. Adainyam, no Dina Bhava, I am supposed to do nothing. Vaikshyam Asanam, whatever Asanam Vaikshyam, whatever comes Vaikshyam, whatever comes on the way, he eats it. Panam Sarit Barishu, drink wherever the water is available. He doesn't want to depend on anybody to say, I am here, you don't recognize I am a renunciate, give me this, get lost. Why should you renounce and why should others suffer? Panam Sarit Barishu, drinking water there. You want to live a life like that, then go into a forest. You have full freedom. Swatantrena nirankusa sthiti. Swatantrena, independently existing nirankusa sthiti. Nobody controls your life. Where do you want to go? Wherever I want to go. Where do you want to go? Wherever the breeze blows. Swatantrena nirankusa sthiti. Nidra smasane vane. Sleeping. Where? Wherever there is smasana, cremation ground or a jungle. Sleepy, sleep. Vastrakshalana soshanadi rahitam. No more washing the clothes and drying it up. If it's there and falling it off from the body also, falls it up from the body. Digvastu. The house is the directions, the space is the home, ground is the bed. Choose. I want to be like that, be like that. But don't be there and then say, see, there is no thing on my head. Who asked you to lie down there? So invoking sympathy from everybody and asking some help. Danam. So why are you to be object of charity? Why not you be charitable? One fellow went to a wise man and he said, God, no. Anyway, wise man, this is a beautiful story. The person goes there and he sees, he wants to be a religious person. So he wants to prove, he wants to find the compassion of God. So he said, I make myself helpless and see how God must provide for me. He doesn't want to do work. God must provide for me. So he starts walking in the forest. And then he saw there is a fox with the leg lame, broken, foot broken, wounded. Then he said, this is the right time. If this hunter cannot hunt, how will he live? Let me see how he is getting. And he followed that one. Then he saw there was a lion had a kill and had eaten a Serengeti, eaten everything and all that, finished it. And then this jackal, he was there, leftovers, it. And this man said, God, you are taking care of a lame jackal. What about me? The voice comes from the top. Why don't you be the lion? produce something and leave something from somebody. Why are you looking for the leftover? You understand that point? Because idealizing, spiritualizing, everything that is helpless is a marvelous disaster. I don't want anything, I don't want anything. I go to forest, finish. Nobody tells me where shall I sleep, where not I sleep, what I wear, what I don't wear. Who cares? In the world, better do something. Or go to the jungle and ask for a palace. Wonderful. It is not. You can live your life. That's what Shohamasmiti Vidyakyam Deenaiva Dhavasi. Are you going to run desperate like a helpless one? Why? In you the whole ocean of samsara dancing away like the waves in the ocean of consciousness. Enjoy. Be that. A very powerful person, when he behaves humble, what a majestic sight. When the king bends down to lift somebody, how do you feel? Wow, the universe is bending, right? When you see yourself, your action is simple. Connotations, infinite. Read. Srutvapi Suddha Chaitanyam Atmanam Atisundaram Upasthiryata Sansaktah Malinyam Adigacchati Sarvabhutesu Chatmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Munirjanata Ascharyam Mamatvam Anuvartate Astita Paramadvaitam Moksharthe Vyavasthitah Ascharyam Kamavasagah Vikala Keli Shikshaya. Look, Srutvapi Shuddha Chaitanyam. Srutvapi Shuddha Chaitanyam Srutvapi. Listening and getting this knowledge. Aham Atma Shuddha Chaitanya. Pure consciousness. Is there any impure consciousness? Are why in description you go crazy. In revelry, in excitement, in the grandiose of the vision, you go totally hyperbolic. What all words come to you? How is the thing? Wow, fantastic, wonderful, fantabulous, fantastic and fabulous, right? You go on creating, coining new words. Why? Because wow, wow, wonderful, wonderful. Then after some time, I don't know what to say. You give up, right? Same thing. This reality, what words can describe? Nothing. Which word cannot describe? Everything. Which one? Say it. You think Shuddha Chaitanya means, is it different from Atma Jnana? Avinashinam Atmana? Or different verses? Hey, different words. Truth is same. That is why if you can't understand one book, forget the other book. Because the same word will be there. This is for revelry. That is why if somebody tells you, you read only this book, nothing, forget it, man. The same word Atma, one word Atma, Aham, in every book. You understand that word Aham? Yes, forget it. Thereafter you, Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means you study yourself. Your mind, your thoughts, your being who you are, so complete. You are the book walking. You are the truth walking. You are the description wandering about. You are the glory reflecting, manifested everywhere. Other than knowledge. Suddha Chaitanyam Srutva api Atmanam Srutva, having listened to yourself, Ati Sundaram, having seen that, Can you upasthe atyanta sansakta malinyam adhigacchati? Are you still malinyam? You are getting dullness, being totally involved with upastha. Upastha has got two meanings. Upastha, immediately what meaning comes to your head? Upastha. Vak, pani, pada, payu, upastha. Upastha means genitals, sex organ. But upastha means upa samipya tishtaditi upastha. Upastha means all that thing which is existing here, every sense object. Even upastha also, you take out the sex organ, the sex also, that also is fine. Why? Because when you think of the upastha, the sex, the upastha, then what happens? All the five sense organs are involved there. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. The sound, the touch, the taste, the smell, the sight, everything is there. Naturally, therefore, food and sex become so strong. All that we have seen it already. Because five sense organs. When you see, you don't have to hear, don't touch, taste. When you touch, when you taste, you don't have to hear, taste. You understand that? To listen to my talk, is it necessary to open your eyes? To touch me? Swami unless I touch you, I cannot listen to you. Taste me, smell. To listen to music, should you touch the musician? I must hug the musician, then only I can listen. No. Listen from this. To see, you don't have to do any other thing. To hear, you don't have to do any other thing. To touch, listen carefully. To touch, listen carefully. To smell, you don't have to do any other thing. But the moment you are putting the food in your mouth, please see, while eating, five sense organs are totally involved. While eating, you are seeing the food. Unless you see the food, what are you going to pick up and eat? You have to touch, without touching, I have to see it. Eppudi? How? Putting means tasting. Smell you cannot escape. Sabda of course will be there. Oh, okay? Understand? So touching, when it's a sense experience of touching another person, same thing, five things. Hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, sight, all these things are there. Very strong. So what happens? Now he says, either you take it as the intense experience of a sensation, or you take upastha, upe samipya tishtati, anything that is existing in front of it. It can be a sound or a taste or a touch or a smell. Malinyam adhigacchati. Are you still running like a beggar in the street of the sensation and perception? Why? Atmanam atisundaram. Suddha Chaitanam Gyantva. You know yourself is the most beautiful. Who is more beautiful than you to be pursued? What is it is more interesting than the consciousness to be pursued? Think. Listen carefully. In sounds there is a comparison. Musician, better musician, lesser musician. Touch, comparison. Taste, comparison. Smell, comparison. Sight, comparison. In silence, comparison. In happiness, is there in comparison? Sensation, there is a comparison. In a sensation, there is a comparison. Sound sensation, touch sensation, taste sensation, smell sensation, comparison. That is why you go from food to food. Why? The same vegetable, but that hotel, Thyroid, but nothing like my mom. Buttermilk, but nothing like this boy doing. Cake, but nothing like this one. Comparison. Happiness? Can you say happiness there is a comparison? Because you consider sensation as happiness, there is a comparison. And because of that, Satcho, listen carefully. Huge build-up of thought. Missing. Long, huge build-up thought. Then you get the object. Huge relief. Then you think better happiness. No missing. Same object, boring. So in missing there is a comparison. But in the happiness, when the object comes, the thought of the object disappears. You are with yourself. Comparison? People don't recognize that. That is why problem. So how can you be malinyam adhigacchati? Why do you look so dull, oppressed by the need for a sense object or a sensation? You are the Atmanam Atisundara, meaning thereby enjoy but do not be a subservient, a slave of the sense object. There is no helplessness. There is no helpless pull or push toward the sense object. Only you can understand it. With what attitude you are going to the table, going for the food, who will understand? I am hungry, I want to go there. You want to give me company, you are going to go there. Somebody is thinking, may not be dinner available today, so pack up a little more. Therefore he is going there. Everybody going for food, but how many attitudes? Same thing for anything in life. Only you can know for yourself. That is why do not pass judgment on anyone. You look at yourself, live your life, please. Sarvabhuteshu jatmanam, sarvabhutani jatmani, munehe janata aschariyam, mamattu anuvartate. Sarvabhuteshu atmanam, sarvabhutani atmani, janataha mune. For this Muni, who is Muni? Muni means what? Dadiwala, right? One with big beard. Manana Silavan, Muni. Muni, Manana Silavan. Who is contemplating? Manana Silavan. Things. Continuous. Manana is continuous, effortless, being yourself. In any perception, you cannot lose yourself. And there is such a great chance of doing that. You see that, you know? Everything is in you. Sarvabhuteshu Atmanam. Atmanam Sarvabhuteshu Janam. Knowing yourself in all the beings. Consciousness here is consciousness everywhere. Sarvabhutani cha Atmani. All the people everywhere, all the beings everywhere is in me. I am in all, everyone is in me. Consciousness in all in consciousness. There is only one truth, absolute. Even knowing it, but unconsciously, Mamatvam anuvartate. My body. Suddenly, suppose one idea has come, he says, Ascharyam. This is the wonder. Previously, what is the wonder? An ignorant man, when he knows himself, the wonderment is, oh my God, everything is here, I was looking at everybody. Hey, everything is here, I am looking myself everywhere. What a stupid. Now, having understood it, by chance one day you say, I am the body, Ascharyam Mamatvam anuvartate. Wow, boy, having known everything, till I come back to this idea, I am the body. This is the wonderment. You don't suffer it, you revel in it. Because the moment you remember it, you are out of it. That is why your every little forgetfulness, in case it happens, it brings you wonderment. How did I manage? Oh. Okay, doesn't matter. And the moment you remember, you are out of it. Suppose there is absolutely no chance for forgetfulness, then why Bhagavan should write Yatato yapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitah pramathinindriyani harandi prasavam mana tani sarvani samyamya yukta asida matparaha vasehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratisthita. Why Bhagavan will say that? Yatato yapi, hey Arjuna, hey Kaunteya, yatatopi, even if the person is striving, vipaschita purushasya, purusha vipaschit, medhavi, smart, brilliant, contemplative. Indriyani prasabam, manaha prasabam harandi. The manaha, the mind, balatkarena, unconsciously by force, it takes the thought away, takes the object, takes you away into the sense object through the sense organ. You lose sight of the thought, before you know, through the sense organ, you are already in the sense object. It can happen. Very human. Don't say, once you know, never you forget. That's true. If it is true for you, true for you. But by chance, sometimes there is a forgetfulness. Don't kill yourself. Remember yourself. That possibility is there. Therefore, you don't look down upon yourself. Mune, but this is, you start wondering, Ascharyamaho, Mamatvam anuvartate. Still I am saying, this is my body, my house, my husband, my family, my brother, my mother, my monk. Is there can anything I say mine? listen carefully, friends. Long before you say my, first it must be I. Without I, there is no my. Right or wrong? First I am, then only I have. Difficult to understand? I and am are one and the same thing. I and amness, isness, existence is one and the same thing. When you say I, amness is there. I is, I, consciousness is there. I have. Have means what? Possessive. To have, I must be. But to be, should you have? How much easier you want? How much easier? To be, you don't have to have anything. But to have, you must be. Come for dinner. If you are not here, to whom shall I call? Have your dinner. How do I say that to you? Have your lunch. How do I say it to you? Because you are here, therefore I say, have your dinner. There is nobody, I say, have your dinner. Who is in that case? Who is Paityam? Look at yourself like that. To have a problem, first you must be. God. To have excitement, you must be. To have anything, first you must be. But to be, what should you have? To be conscious, what should you have? Oh, Ishvara is so beautiful. For the cuckoo to sing, the cuckoo must be there. It's his song, it's not he. Cuckoo's voice. Fragrance is caught in a flower. The flower is not fragrant. Gandhavati Vasundhara. All the fragrances are inherent in the earth. If form comes, immortality always is. The fragrance of immortality in one physical world. So, mamatva anuvarte, my body, my husband, my wife, my child. Therefore, don't say everybody's husband, everybody's wife, everybody's child. Don't be stupid. Vyavahar. Know yourself, then learn how to deal with everything. Not I and my only. Everybody is divine, everything. Astita paramadvaitam moksharthevi vavastita. Ascharyam kamavasagaha. Vikala Kelishiksha Astita Paramadvaitam Astita Moksharthevi Vavastita. The person Astita Asamantat Stita, very well established in himself. Moksharthevi Vavastita, he is totally abiding in liberation, freedom, that is himself, which is Parama Advaitam. There is no Parama Advaita means Kevalam. Kevalam means what? Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata Bheda Rahitam. There is no difference of any kind. There is no duality of any kind. Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata Bheda Rahitam. See, there are three types of differences in this world. Sajatiya. Sajatiya means flower and flower. Two different flowers. Vijatiya, flowers and the trees, different species. The difference between two different species, the difference between two species, the difference between given members of the species, and then the difference obtained in a particular species. Two species, animals, plants, one difference. Among the plants, mango, jackfruit, difference. In the mango tree, root, fruit, tree, all the differences. All the three things do not exist in consciousness. There is no sajatiya veda, because there is no similar consciousnesses. No bijatiya, because there is nothing other than it. There is no swagata, because there are no parts. Body, mind, leg, head, tail, no forms. Therefore, no different, undifferentiated pure consciousness. Paramadvaitam asti sati ascharyam. In this, kamavasagaha, completely coming under the spell of kama, desires. Desires for anything, for a touch, for a taste, for a smell, for a sight, for a food, desire for anything. Coming under the spell of it. Bikala. Bikala means you are totally disturbed, restless, pushed, pulled. Kelishikshaya, krida, for different types of games. I want this, I want that, I want that. Meaning therefore, so the wise man never does these things. No. That hankering goes out. Atmarati, Atmakrida, Atmatuttasya Manava. Revels in himself, playing with himself. Rati means revelry. Krida means with playing with something. The one who knows himself, Atmarati, revels in himself, plays with himself. Sense subjects, thoughts, perceptions, everything, that is only for krida. Revelry cannot come with the object. But modern day revelry means what? Carnival. Revelry with something. That is not revelry. That is krida. That is when you go back, you miss it. Same thing, if you are reveling in your body, in your thought, of course you will be missing it. What your body could do few years back cannot do anything, miserable. You could climb the mountain, cannot climb the mountain. See something, could not see anything. Miserable, miserable, miserable. Thoughts were there, thoughts have gone. Miserable. But if your happiness is you are yourself, and you don't have to play with your thoughts, play with your body, play with your anything, depend on any of these things, use it. But don't depend upon it. That is the trick. Using the object and depending upon the object. When you use it, you are happy to be with it. How long it will last? It not depends on you. How long your body lasts? Does it depend on you? You can maintain it, but one day it has to go. At least your body you can. How long can you control other people's body? You have to be here. Get lost. Same Himalaya is there. How many people will go now? What happened? Did you take a spade and remove the mud? Kala kridati ayurgacha. Time passes, stars disappear, galaxies disappear. What to talk of a star of your life, star in your eyes, a thought, object, anything. Anything can go. But you never go away. Always remain the samiti. Paramadvaitam, that is indeed yourself. Okay, so see that. Having seen it, you know how to live in this world. You know how to see, taste, touch, work, act, live with the body, be with the body. No more there is any dependence, slavery of any kind. You can be with everything, yet with absolute. Close your eyes.